Shalom, my brothers and sisters in Yaweah. So there has been a lot of deception because we're in the last days. So there's going to be a lot of deception going on right now. Okay, it's a lot of AI generated videos where I have been fooled even thinking, oh, is that real or is that fake? Sometimes I don't. But I ask Yaweah, like, is this real or is this fake? Because it's getting good. Okay, so and he'll tell me, right? Or sometimes it's obvious that it's fake, right? It's like, okay, obviously that didn't happen, or obviously that's fake, you know? But there's also a lot of deception with these teachers that are coming, these supposed teachers that are coming out. And the thing about I forgot the exact Bible verse, the address, but the thing about these false teachers that are coming out is they don't understand how dangerous it is of what they're doing. Like leading all these like then the words say don't lead the children astray, and if you do, you might as well just get a rock, get a rope tied around your foot and put a rock at the end of it and throw yourself in a lake, because the judgment that you're going to get for leading that many people, having that big of a platform and leading that many people astray, is going to be dire. You don't want to do that. Everybody nowadays want to be a teacher. Everybody. And yes, like I know the word said, oh, women are not supposed to teach. But the thing is, the times that we're in right now, the men are not doing what men are supposed to be doing right now. They're not doing their jobs. So Yaweah, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them aren't. So Yaweah is allowing women to come forward and speak. Okay? I don't know why. Like, I notice even will have me go and talk to people randomly out in the street. Because we're supposed to be talking about him, period. Whether a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be talking about who, like, like, for example, homeless people out in the street, right? To have somebody go up to them, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona, to have somebody go up to them, like, people out here they don't care, okay? And they're not that nice, especially to the homeless people, okay? So what am I gonna do? Well, the Bible said not to preach the word to people because I'm a female, so I'm gonna just not tell that homeless man about Elohim. Have a good day, sir. And then my blood will be on his blood will be on my hands, because I'm supposed to be spreading the gospel to these people. Who else? If I don't tell them, who else is? Because there's a lot of wicked people out here. A lot of wicked people out here. Let me tell you, okay? It's a lot. I'm convinced at this point. Most of the city is filled with domestic terrorists. Okay, gang stalkers. You know, I call them domestic terrorists. That's what they are. I feel like I'm the only one out here that follows Yahushua HaMashiach. So I try to spread the word out here to as many people as I can, and I try to show who he is through my actions and the way that I treat people. Because people out here, like I said, are wicked. And they do a lot of witchcraft and whatever Mexicans be doing, the Santeria or whatever. Brujas, okay? They have a lot of those out here. So they don't like me, okay? They don't like his children. They don't like the word. They don't like you. So I don't care if I'm a woman. I'm going to I'm going to tell him I'm going to plant seeds. I'm going to tell these people about him, because ain't nobody else telling nobody about him. And I love and I care about human beings, okay? I don't care how they look. I don't care what position they're in. I'm going to tell you about him. So anyway, with that being said, but some of us that are women need to keep our mouths shut. Or they need to keep their mouth shut. Because the problem with women teaching is the enemy can use them as a weapon for his kingdom. And this is probably why Yahuwah said that women shouldn't. Not saying that man can be used by Satan either, but it's easier for people to get, a lot more people could get, what do you call it? Go astray from Yahuwah for some reason if it's a woman, because women are seductive naturally. You know what I'm saying? They're naturally seductive, and they're naturally just wicked in the heart. Human beings are, period. but specifically women, because they have that ability, okay? And that's why Yahuwah said that you're not supposed to, women traditionally shouldn't do that because of the temptation factor, okay? But also because they have the gift, men have the gift of gab too. Gab, I don't know how you say that. Basically, they have the gift of speech and talking, but especially women, okay? Like Celestial, that witch, that false prophet right there, she got a whole cult following her. She knows how to say words specifically a certain way where people are just automatically under her spell and hypnotized because of the way she talks and how her voice sounds when she's talking it. Okay? Pure witchcraft for her. There's other women like that out there that nobody's talking about. Okay? Now, I don't know her name directly, but her channel is called Yah'S Chosen. Yah'S Chosen, right? That's what her channel's called. She don't show her face, but she has a very soft voice. And her voice, and I'm not gonna lie, for a little bit, and a lot of her old videos, she was speaking a lot of truth. And I was like, oh, this sister knows what she's talking about. So I was watching her for a little bit. But Yahweh was like, keep watching her. I'm like, okay. And I kept watching her. And I've noticed, I'm like, hold on. Well, that's not right. Oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Let me look that up. Oh, no, that's not right. It doesn't say that here in the word. I check with Yahuwah with everything, right? Like, oh, okay, well, no, the word didn't say that. Where did she get that from? Then I started to know, especially with her new videos. She made a recent post, right? The other day, I think it was like last week, saying, my God told me that I'm gonna switch up my my content, and the way that by the way, this post that she made, she deleted because for some reason she said that she's gonna be making a lot of posts and she's gonna be deleting them. She didn't explain why she was gonna do that. I know people got their own walk with Yahuwah, but I don't think that this woman is walking with Yahuwah. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I think she's being deceptive, and I think she's a witch. Okay, and she has a gift of speech. Like, if you go watch her videos, I'm not telling you, I'm not promoting her videos, but you know, people don't listen, they're gonna go watch it and promote that anyway. But I'm telling you to be aware if you do, okay? Her voice is soft and nice, and it sounds like she's very confident in what she's saying. It don't matter how wrong you are, if you sound confident and you're not cussing or being ratchet or you're speaking intelligently or humbly, people automatically is gonna want to believe you. 9 times out of 10 people are gonna believe you just because you're talking like that. You can be saying the most bizarre, insane things, and they'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. We're like, well, baby diapers are usually used on your face to get better skin. After the baby has pissed in the diaper and you let it sit for 6 days in the sun and you put it on your face, it's amazing for your skin. And if you say that in the right tone, in the right voice, with the right words, people will believe it. Next thing you know, they got their faces breaking out and they got all sorts of issues with their skin because they sat up there and they believe that crap just because of the way that the person spoke it. So this lady has that gift, right? I fell for it for a second. Then Yahuwah corrected me. All right? And he was like, and now I need to correct her. And let me tell you something. Her followers are just like Celestial followers. Anything this woman says, they don't question it. And I'm telling you this for a reason. They don't question it. They don't ask her. They don't go anything against what she says. If she says something, automatically she's right. They will defend her before the word. You know what I'm saying? They don't look anything up. They don't fact check nothing. I do that. I don't care who you are. I am not a respecter of persons because my father is not. I respect people. Okay, but idiots like to switch those. Or, what, you don't respect people? No, I'm not a respecter of persons. There's a difference. Okay, I'm not disrespectful to people, and I respect people, but I'm not a respecter of persons. I don't care what badge you got. I don't care what diploma or paper you got. Well, technically, I'm this such and such. Well, technically, I got this title. I don't care about none of that. You know how many managers and CEOs and even police officers that I had, and I never, you know what I'm saying, gotten arrested for speaking the truth like that. But I'm saying, I've been protected if I have, right? Gotten into any type of trouble for speaking the truth. I've been protected from it. Even now, okay? I don't care who you are. If you're doing wrong, if something is unjust, if it ain't righteous, if you're doing it something that's against the righteous thing to do or the justified thing to do, if it don't make no sense, if it's confusing, I'm correcting it, and you're not gonna do that around me. You're not gonna do that to me, and you're not gonna do that to anybody around me. Period. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how old you are. None of that matters to me. You will get this. You will get these facts and these truths, and you will get this righteous anger, and you will get these words. Okay. And if you're gonna get this spiritual and emotional, these spiritual and these emotional hands put on you, whether it's prayer or what I'm telling you, beat you up, which is what you probably need. You need a spiritual beating. You know what I'm saying? Because these people they don't care. They play too much. We are in the last days, yo. You know, and the crazy part is these people know the word, and they know the consequences, and they still do it. This is why being a teacher for Yaweah is dangerous, because if you mess up or you don't know what you're doing, and yeah, I'm not saying like be violent or aggressive towards people. When I say I'm gonna put these spiritual hands on you, when I say spiritual hands, I mean I'm gonna pray. That's what I mean by spiritual hands, because prayer is a weapon. When I say I'm gonna put these spiritual words on you, the truth hurts. Liars. The truth hurts liars. That's what I mean by that. I don't mean I'm gonna like get nasty out the mouth. No. So don't twist it. But if you're a teacher and you're teaching falsely and you're spreading the false gospel, knowing what you're doing is wrong, if somebody came to you and be like, hey man, that's not right what you're doing, and instead of you being like, you know what, let me correct that, I apologize. Instead of doing that, these people are so self-centered and narcissistic, they are not going to do that. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, oh, well, God told me to do this. Which God? Because you ain't talking about Yahuwah. And stuff. Nowadays, they're getting bold. They're actually using Yahushua HaMashiach's name now. They're actually using Yahuwah's name now. Okay, they're getting bold now, okay? No, they're not doing the Jesus stuff no more. They graduated. These deceptive people have graduated. One thing people don't like doing is testing the spirit. They don't like doing that. Because if they test the spirit, then they can't worship their idol anymore. And then who are they going to turn to? Because they don't care about the word of Yahuwah. They just want to be in their little idol's presence. They want to worship their idol, and they want to be okay in their idol's eyes. That's why when you try to correct their idol, they don't care about the word that you bring. No, they don't care about that. They will go after you about their idol. They won't be like trying to defend the word. Like, you know what? Oh yeah, this is right. You're wrong. No. They're not gonna defend Yahuwah or Yahushua HaMashiach or the word. They are the word, but they're not gonna defend the word. That's what I mean. They're gonna defend their idol, and that's how you know that's a tall sign right there. If a person is in a cult, like Celestial's followers and Yah's chosen followers. Her followers are the same way. You say anything against her or anything that she's doing, sis, you know what, sis, girl? Nah, yeah, just you, like you said, it's only for those who are chosen. By the way, her post that she deleted, she said that her videos are only for the chosen ones. Which one? Because Satan got chosen ones too, sweetheart. You do know that, right? You were one of them. You're an agent. You're spreading lies. I told her a couple of times, like recently she made, so look, this is a Bible verse about 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of God, of Elohim, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Nobody does that. And no, they're not calling themselves Christians anymore. Now they're Israelites. Now that Yahuwah's children is waking up for real, you're going to have false children waking up too. And so now they're in this new movement. It seems like anytime Yah is trying to do something new in these people try to outshadow everything that he's doing. And they try to mix and mingle and try to confuse everybody. They look the part, but they're not the part. They're actually evil. On the outside, we don't know how this girl looks. She got one picture of her with like a blue head wrap thing on. That's the only picture of her that I've seen. She don't really show herself, right? And but the way that she holds herself, the way that she speaks is humble, nice, gentle. She sounds like she knows confidence. Like I said earlier, she sounds like she back it up with the scripture. She back it up by twisting the scripture. And you would never, oh, how could you think this gentle soul is a wolf? Shame on you. I love my idol. How dare you speak against my beautiful, sweet idol? Matthew 7:15, be aware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raven wolves. Jeremiah 14:14, and Yahuwah said to me, the prophets are prophesying liars. Oh, lies. The way that this thing is written, hold on. Jeremiah 14:14, and Yahuwah said to me, the prophets are prophesying lies in my name. I did not send them, nor did I command them to speak, nor did I command them or speak to them. They are prophesying to you a lying vision, worthless division, and the deceit of their own minds. The deception, I don't know why, the way that, sorry, I copy and paste something and it came out messed up. Anyway, they're prophesying division and deceit of their own minds. Like they're like twisting the word, like Leviathan, like the Leviathan spirit they got in them. They twisting the word and they just making stuff up on their own. For example, right, recently, the video that I'm talking about, that she has something to say, right? You know, another thing I noticed about her, right? Like I was telling you earlier, whenever she makes a post or video, I never really see any negative comments. Sometimes she got racist comments in there every now and then whatever, right? But I never see any comments going for real against what she's saying. None. I never see any comments saying from her own people, not racist white people that be going in the comment section like, you F by people, like, man, you know, I'm not talking about garbage like that. I mean, for real, biblically, intellectually coming with wisdom and being like, hey, sister, this is not right what you're doing here, or let me correct you here. Never have I seen that. I am the only, and well, let me tell you, the way that I am, I like reading comments. I will go really far down, like just looking at comments. Sometimes all the way to the end of the comment section. I don't know why I do that. I just like doing that because I like correcting people, or sometimes I learn a lot of stuff too when I look through the comments and stuff like that, right? So that's why I like doing that. And also I just like learning about people and how they think and stuff like that. So like I read comments a lot, right? I've never seen anybody in her comment section telling her, and if I have, it's very rare. Very rare. But I know one thing. She'll address the person in the comment section if they do say something. And I know something else. She doesn't make, and I've seen almost all of them, and she'll correct them there. And then I don't know, I don't remember every single last comment that they've made or whatever. But what I'm saying is, she will correct them in the comment section. You know what I noticed? Whenever recently, once I started realizing the lies that she had in her videos, I started realizing that she only, whenever I say something, she don't address it in the comment section. She'll leave my comment blank, but she'll make a whole post on something that I have said. She deleted the last post that she made doing that, right? So because I know now she's deleting her comments, which I don't know, to me that's deceptive, but whatever, each his own, right? So what I did is I took a picture of what she responded, what she said to one of the posts that I one of the comments that I put under. By the way, there was one, and this is how I know she's a witch also. Not only because deception is witchcraft, rebellion is witchcraft anyway. Manipulation is lying, all that is witchcraft. She's a witch. Also, she's a witch, for real. Because one day, I remember, I didn't make this physical comment in her comment section, right? The video that she made, it was about the trees, right? You know, this whole phenomenon with people, saying that trees are touching them and talking to them and all this stuff, whatever, right? I don't know anything about that. I haven't really looked into that. I don't know anything. But there's some videos that you could tell is fake, right? And I noticed also the people that are in the video, a lot of them are clearly witches, right? They're witches, and they don't follow Yahuwah. They don't talk about nothing of Yahuwah or nothing like that. They don't speak anything about God, creation, or nothing like that. Whatever word they use, right? Name they use, right? They're clearly witches, right? And they'll be in a video, oh, you should hug a tree, or, you know, the tree will give you peace and comfort and stuff like that, right? And I said out loud, I was like, well, these people need to understand that though that could be true, they need to first, and that it's okay to hug a tree and find comfort or whatever, but you should always make sure you don't, it's a thin line between doing that and practicing witchcraft or being a new age. A very thin line, because if you're doing that instead of going to Yahoo and reading the word and finding comfort within the ruach that he gave you, it's okay to enjoy the beauty that he's created here. That's why he created it. That's one of the reasons why he created it, so we can enjoy it. But if you're doing that and you're not going to him and you don't have a relationship, an intimate, true relationship with him, that's a problem. Because I talk to myself out loud a lot. I said that out loud. I did not put that in her comment section. A couple of hours later, and by the way, like I always do, I've read the comments in her comment section like I said I do. I haven't seen not one person say a comment like that. Not one person said a comment like that. When I tell you, she put the exact words that I said out loud. She put that in her post that she deleted recently. I can't find it, but she said she was going to do that. But she put that in her post. Those exact words I said. And she was like, oh, I'm not telling people that, I'm not trying to promote, it's not witchcraft that people are enjoying God's creation or some crap like that. I don't remember everything she said. But I was like, this is weird. It's almost as if she heard what I said. And a lot of witches do that, especially if you follow them in any way, shape, or form. This is why you need to be careful who you follow online. Even watching their videos, you automatically make like an agreement and a connection to them. High-level witches, they know how to, and then they can get in contact. I've dealt with this in the past, okay? You don't have to have direct contact with them. As long as you're making comments and following them and watching them, automatically they can connect to you, all right? I just find that weird. She did it again. Recently with another video, I said I was the only comment that I've seen in the comment section. I think this was yesterday or the day before. Yeah, it was yesterday, right? I said, why are you putting fake? It was about the spaceships. She was saying how Yahuwah's chariots are spaceships, and they're gonna come down and take Yahuwah. He's gonna come down and take his people up into the spaceships, and he's not. It's talking about the rapture basically, which is a lie. Everybody know the rapture is a lie. Well, not everybody, but people that know the word knows that the rapture is not a real thing, and he ain't taking nobody up. What is you talking about? And the ones that he do take up, I'm not saying he's not going to, but the ones that he, by the way, the word said that they're going to, dang, I wish I can remember that exact address. But the word said that 1 minute, basically, they're going to be working out in the fields, or they're going to be grinding or doing this. The next second, they're not going to be there. One is going to be left in the field, one is going to disappear. People say that verse, and they're like, oh, that means that the person that disappeared went raptured up into heaven. No, that's wrong. I seen this video yesterday with this brother. I really wish I could remember what his name was. But he confirmed that with me, because all these years I was thinking, I had visions about this stuff, and I couldn't put two and two together until I seen his video, and I was like, confirmation, bam, right there. Everything came together and it made sense. I'm like, you're right. Ain't nobody getting take. I knew the rapture was fake, But I also couldn't understand why some verses mention that we are going to stay here on this realm. And why some of us aren't. But now it makes sense. The ones that are going to disappear are not the people that are going to heaven. Let me read you this. Two Peter 3:13. But in keeping with his promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth where righteousness dwells. Where righteousness dwells. What does dwell mean? Where righteousness dwells. Why would somebody that is going against Yahuwah be left here, where he's making a new earth here where righteousness dwells? If they're righteous, why would he leave them here? I mean, why would he take them up? Let me tell you where they're going. And it's not, now I don't know if it's gonna be chariots, but the word just said they're gonna disappear. So it could be chariots taking them up, but I believe it's angels, because the word said let me just read this, right? Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth has passed away. Wait, I'm gonna read that after I read this Bible verse. That was a new earth. Okay, the parable of the wheat and the tares. Matthew 13:24-30. Another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went away. But when the grain had sprouted and produced a crop, then the tares also appeared. So the servants of the owner came and said to him, Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have tares? He said to them, an enemy has done this. The servant said to him, do you want us then to go and gather them up? But he said, no, lest while you gather up the tares, you also uproot the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And at the time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, first gather together the tares. First gather together the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Which is what? His promise, his holy place, his promised land, right? First, now what are these Christians always talking about? Or what are these people always talking about with the rapture? They're gonna be gathered up first, right? Then destruction is gonna happen, which is not true. Okay? We're gonna be here when the destruction happens. Some of us will have to be martyrs. We have to die for Yahuwah. Some of us will be taken in a safe spot, like the words just said. Okay? Revelation and to prove, so they're gonna be burned. He's gonna gather them up first, the tears, and he's going to burn them. Hell. Isn't that where hell's supposed to be, right? And we're going to be in a barn, which is mean, what is a barn? It has like food there. We're going to be in shelter, taken care of. We're going to be chilling. Revelation 21:1-5. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem coming down out of heaven from Elohim, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, look, Elohim's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them. They will be his people, and Elohim himself will be with them and be their Elohim. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things have passed away. He who is seated on the throne said, I am making everything new. Then he said, write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true. He even rhymed it. Okay? Even a child can understand that. So my thing is what I'm saying. So today she wrote a post. Well, I'm saying all that to say she's a false prophet. She made a video talking about the spaceships is gonna come and pick out whose people up. Let me tell you something. From the visions that I had, you and the things that it's saying here in the word, you don't want to be lifted up by them chariots, okay? You don't. You would want to stay here where he's gonna make a new earth for us. If you get lifted up, in the visions that I had, the people that were being lifted up in them ships, they were wicked people. At the time, I didn't understand it. I'm like, but I thought, weren't you supposed to eventually take us up? This is way in the past. He brought back that vision. Like, remember that vision I gave you a long time ago when everything came together yesterday when I saw that brother's video. All right, if I know his name, I'm gonna put it in the description, right? When I find his name, I'll put it in the description. Give him his credit for pointing that out. But it's all credit to Yaweah, first of all, because he's the one that wrote the word. But anyway, so he's the word. So yesterday, I told this girl, and then I told her, by the way, these videos that you're putting out are fake. Like, some of them are clearly fake. These videos are clearly fake, right? So not only is she lying, but she used the fake videos to prove the fake point about there being a fake rapture and only fake black people are going to be lifted up into these chariots and they're going to be taken away. That's what she said. And I'm like, you're crazy. That is not going to happen. And if it do, it's not going to be y'all's people. I'm not saying she's crazy because, I mean, it is going to happen, but not in the way that she's saying. And then the people that are being lifted up, they're going to burn. He said he going to lift them up first. How he going to make a new earth here to the point where there ain't no seas? There obviously is no seas in heaven. So what is the word it's talking about? It's talking about here on earth. We got seas and oceans here. And the reason why that is because the marine kingdom is wicked. It is the most wicked place on the planet. That's why there ain't going to be no seas in the ocean, okay? Now, with that being said, I told her these AI videos is fake. You can't be putting videos out like that. If you're going to speak the truth, which she's not even doing in this video anyway, she using these fake AI videos to prove her point. And the crazy thing is that people in the comment section like, yep, it's about that time, girl, sister. Yep, yes, hallelujah, said hallelujah. Don't forget the YAH, to confirm they some real black Israelites, okay? Yeah, hallelujah, shalom, sis, and all this stupid. I'm like, yo, y'all are ridiculously stupid. Like, are you kidding me? Y'all don't read your word, or y'all don't have the gift of discernment at all. So, like I told you, every time I put a comment, I went back to that video, she never addressed my comment directly like she do with other people. Now, I don't know if, first of all, she an agent. So, you know how agents are. Like I said earlier, I've been gang stalked, okay? I've been by domestic terrorists, digitally and physically, in person and spiritually, okay? I've been harassed by these people. Not saying she harassing me because I'm the one going to her channel, but I noticed the way that certain agents on YouTube, the way that they treat me specifically different than the other people that follow them, because they see that I'm not with the games. They see I'm not under their spell. So the way that they treat me is different. They'll try to make me a spectacle, okay? So that's why I'm making a video about her, because the thing is you're not gonna address my comments in a post and not directly address me. And the reason why you don't want to directly address me is because I'm gonna call you out, and you don't want that in your comment section. But I'm gonna put it I put it in her comment section anyway under this stupid post. And guess what? She's gonna delete it. And now I see why she did that. She's very deceptive, bro. She don't want to address me in her videos because she don't want to take down her whole video. Now she could delete my my comments, but then I could come back into with another channel if I wanted to, and come in her comments, oh, why did you delete my comment, blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? But if she already warned everybody, hey, I'm gonna make posts and I'm gonna have to delete them sometimes for the chosen to see, because that's what her dumb the dumb description she said of why she's doing it, which don't make any sense, but okay. This is why she's doing it. Yahuwah just revealed this to me. But if she make a post like she did the other day, and I commented, and she deleted that whole post because I commented underneath it, and she didn't want to address me directly. So this is her way of being able to address me directly without having to have, it's hard to explain. If I put a comment in her video, she can't delete her whole video. If I put a comment in her section of making a post, she could delete that whole post because she said she was going to do that. She could delete my comment in her videos, but I can come back in on another channel and then comment again and be like, why did you do, you know what I'm saying? These people are calculated. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but these people are calculated, okay? I'm going to read this and I'm going to go. Yahusha, this is what she said. Yah's chosen said this. Yahusha told us to discern the times before his return instead of chewing the meat and spitting out the bones. Too many choose to argue about what is real and what is AI. I'm not going to read the rest because there's a whole bunch of shenanigans and I don't have time for all that, okay? And the rest of it, she's saying that I never said nothing about her saying this, right? But she said, I'm not trying to deceive anybody. And I'm not trying, like, who said he was trying to deceive somebody? I just said in the video that these videos that you're putting up is fake. Why are you putting fake stuff and then trying to prove a point with the fake videos that is not biblical? And like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You're a teacher. Do you understand the repercussions of that? You're going to be leading a lot of people to hell, ma'am. Literally. The only people that is getting disappearing and going up and when the Yahuwah comes are the tears, you idiots. Not the chosen, not Yah's people, not the elect. Okay? So she guilty. And then she says some crap about, I'm not perfect. You know, I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I'm giving my best. You're not giving your best. I told her, you're a teacher. You are supposed to have discernment. There is no excuse. You're supposed to have discernment. Why are you putting out fake videos? Because the thing is the people that are just learning, they're going to see your video, and not only are they're going to think it's okay to be deceptive. Not only that, they're going to believe in the deception that you're putting out. That is a problem, man. And if you don't see that that's a problem, you're a freaking evil witch. Period. And people need to stop following you, because they're gonna follow you right into hell. You need to repent and ask for forgiveness for your wicked ways and your witchcraft that you're doing on the people. Okay? I pray that Yahuwah remove the scale from these people's eyes and ears and let them see the truth in him and his word, because you are doing something horrible, man. You're gonna lead these people astray, and that is exactly what a wolf in sheep's clothing would do. People, we need to get it together. Y'all's real chosen people need to get it together. Okay? The elect. I don't even like to use the word chosen anymore because they perverted that word. Okay? You need to get it together. These people that is following these false prophets and prophetess, whatever. Y'all are doing something very dangerous to your souls, man. Very, very dangerous, man. And I feel sorry for you. But you need to stop deceiving y'all's people. Okay? Y'all told me to make this video because it needs to stop. All this, a lot of narcissistic people like saying, "Oh, I'm not perfect." And narcissism is just permanent demonic possession. And they're very good at speaking softly and being nice and then gaslighting you. That's all they do. Because that's what she did with that post right there. Gaslit me. And whoever else thought that. I didn't see any other comments. I'm the only one that directly said that to her. Like, these videos. And then she said I was arguing. I told her ain't no argument, sweetheart. It's a fact. Those videos are fake and you're a liar. That's a fact. They ain't no argument. It's a point. When I'm making a point, there is no back and forth. That's what it is. Because I use the word. You don't argue with the word. Okay? I proved it in the word, everything that I'm saying. You can't prove in the word everything you're saying. That's the difference. And I'm not doing this for no clout or nothing like that. I don't care. Do you see my channel? I don't have anybody on my channel. It's not that. And I don't care about that. I never cared about it. I have other channels too. None of them have nothing. Okay? I don't have that many followers. It's not about followers. I don't want nobody to follow me. I want people to follow Yaweah. That is a problem. That's why I don't have no Cash App. That's why I don't ask people for likes and subscribing and all that stuff. I obviously do that to help people be able to see my videos. But other than that, I don't care about all that. She got all that in her comments. She got, oh, I need for you to subscribe, go to my Cash App, all this stuff. That lets you know what kind of person she is too. Okay, so that's all I got to say in this video. And I just pray that everybody I pray, Yahuwah, you remove the scale from these people's eyes and ears. Let them see the truth in Yahuwah. I pray for my real brothers and sisters out there, the elects, that they may see the truth and help us to discern the lies from the fake, so that we are not led astray. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach, I pray. Hallelujah. Shalom.